being aware is so important, and
Yes.
the way we are aware, what helps me become more aware is just reading consistently your books, reading the Bible consistently. There are so many parallels between the Bible and your books, I find.
Yes.
And the emphasis is entirely on not this life, not this world,
Yes.
but the next life.
Yes. So that is very true. If we are truly seeking, we don't find any conflict of any religion. All the great masters taught the same truth. But as time went by, because of time element, culture element, social element, and translation, all this basic meaning gets diluted or twisted. But if you go to the original source, you find tremendous similarity. Some masters emphasize certain thing because that was necessary at that time in history. Other masters don't emphasize that, but emphasize something else. But if you connect all the points, you find similarity.
Yes.
Yes.
And if your mind is open to listen and to apply
Yes.
to your faith,
Yes.
it just helps you stay on the right path
Right.
and continue to meditate on the thoughts that mean the most to you.
Yes. So these days what happens is people become sectarian. In the same religion, there are so many branches and people fight against each other. So they haven't gotten the basic message. Basic message is love. Right now Sunni and Shiites and Kurds are fighting.
Yeah.
And that has happened all the way in history, in all the cultures. So how does the sect come into place? Because they haven't gotten the basic message. They hang on to some interpretation and they separate themselves. And why that? Because of ego. People want to build their ego,
You're right.
and they make it, and they disturb themselves. So real proof, if you are on the path, is you find harmony
Yes.
and unity within diversity
And respect.
and respect. So,
Respect.
right.
Respect one another
Yes.
and respect diversity, just like you said.
Also, other thing is not relying on someone or even whatever scripture teaches, digesting so it becomes your own property. Until it's digested, it's not yours. It is borrowed. It is like parrot-like knowledge. Parrot can recite anything, doesn't understand what he is saying. Same way, parrot-like knowledge won't do anything. People go so much into study of scriptures, they become scholars. They become pandits, but they don't become wise. Wisdom comes even if you're not educated.
Yes.
If you are searching, your heart is pure.
Yes.
So egolessness. So spiritual knowledge comes when we become humble. We become receptive. We let go of ego. We live in harmony with nature. Morality is the basic essence for spiritual evolution. And we cannot judge others by what they do. It is spiritual materialism. Most people follow spiritual materialism. They go to church, temple, mosque, synagogue. They do all charitable things. They do everything, all the thing, giving charity and doing all kind of services. But their heart is in the world. So they are only doing everything externally. They don't have spirituality within. On the other hand, one can do all the worldly duties. Don't go to temple, church, anywhere. If heart is tuned into God, then you are spiritual. So people pay attention to external and forget to live it. They live it in the church, live in the temple, going out, they forget it. So we have to digest and integrate in everyday life. First with our own life, with family life, and then extending to our neighbors, extending to employees or employer and co-workers. So this is real spirituality.